Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex and it is a pleasure to have you on the channel. So it's been a super, long hot minute since I made my last YouTube video. All I can say is, work has been super busy. Well, not super busy. Well, it has been super busy, but I could also say I have been super busy with work because of how busy it's been there. Overall, I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be making more videos. I wanted to make one, I think last week, but some things came up. Was it last week or was it 2 weeks ago? No, I think it was last week. Last week I wanted to make, some new, some more content for y'all, but unfortunately I got busy with, live stuff, and that happens all the time. With that being said, it's a pleasure to be back. Well, I'm still doing my, my drawing journey, and I wanted to get you guys caught up with everything I've been doing. I have been, practicing pretty consistently. I can't say it's been, every single day, but more or less it's at least, at least every single week. I put out, more practice, and if you're ever curious, on what I'm doing, or you want to see, more of my drawings, I do recommend that you check out my Twitter. My Twitter does have, me constantly updating what I'm doing. Right now I'm playing around with Inktober, just showing off my practices. They're not anything better than what you've seen before, but there has been more improvements. At the moment, I can say that I am from gesture drawing, I'm trying to move more to structure. So you're probably gonna start seeing that when you start looking at some of my drawings here today that I'm gonna be showing off. So let's get you guys all caught up with all my drawings. And there we are. We all caught up with everything I've done for the past month. Still practicing my gesture drawing. You got to be consistent with your gesture drawing. If you don't like learning anatomy, just memorize the way the human body looks, and you'll be good. You'll be pretty good. Of course, learning certain landmarks on the body is super important, and getting that done is a skill that, well, not getting that done. Being able to, master those techniques is something that will definitely become super useful, and it should, be a constant practice. Gesture drawing never goes away, and adding a little bit more structure to your gesture drawings will just make everything look fantastic. Alright, so let me go ahead and explain some changes that have been happening with my gesture drawing. So I think I have like an eye-opening experience. Like, my mind was expanded. I got big brain. Big brain. How do I say it? I was enlightened. I was inspired. I don't know how the best way to describe it, but it's literally all these changes are happening because of one video specifically, by an artist and a YouTuber here on YouTube. Their name is Ethan Beaker. The specific video that I watched was gesture drawing with one shape. So that specific video, which I'm going to be linking down in the description, is the one that really changed my mindset on how I should be drawing my gesture drawings. And there's a lot of truth in that video. So in their video, they basically discuss how you can basically draw a figure in multiple different directions, multiple different angles, multiple different poses with a single shape. Here's some of the for like a visual image that you can see from that video. If you notice, most of these shapes are exactly the same. This one is exactly the same as that. All I'm doing is just moving around where the arms, legs, and head is, and that really just completely changes it. Oh, also, if you draw a line where the spine is, you can really see what way that character is turning. And this is a fantastic practice, and something I have to absolutely recommend anybody and everybody to give a try to. It's it really puts into perspective how how easily you can move, well, how easily you can, you know, transition a single shape into just multiple forms. And this right here reminded me that you know, the more I practice perspective, the more I can, you know, move around a body in 3D space, or just move around any object in 3D space, and give it a little bit more, give it depth in specific areas, and then that changes the complete form. And this, you know, this specific video, which I'm going to be linking down in the description below, was absolutely eye-opening. Again, I'm barely going to be going into a year of practice. I've only been practicing since January of this year. We're already in October. October's almost over, so crazy. There's so much to learn. So if this is something you've never noticed, definitely, you know, take a chance to look at it. Another thing that I also notice in a lot of my my gesture drawing is I don't take advantage of lines, and by that I mean I'm still, you know, having an issue here where I think lines aren't very effective. Well, in my personal, you know, my mindset, I'm thinking, oh, lines aren't that effective in drawing a pose, but they absolutely are. And let me go ahead and, you know, explain a little bit more on that. So one of the videos that made me realize how, you know, important drawing lines are was a YouTuber by the name of Love Life Drawing. So that specific video was the one where they explained some of the fundamental basics of what it is to gesture draw, and they basically go over, you know, what does it mean to draw the flow, and what does it mean to add the structure. And in that video they specifically said that you should be using, you know, more straight lines to really emphasize the pose. If you don't have enough time, you know, drawing that straight line, and then that well, let's say here for example, like we had a leg. Let's see here. So let's say for example we had, you know, a leg, and we want to make sure that leg is straight, and then down, and then another straight line, and another, you know, straight down, and that just shows that the leg is bending. And then we could also have the other leg, you know, being straight because it's I don't know, whatever pose it's doing. But being able to, you know, showcase that is important. It doesn't always have to show off the curves and the muscles and the structure. Just being able to, you know, get the most basic part of a pose is so much more effective than trying to, you know, get every single little detail in it. And that was something I was like, oh, you know what, you're absolutely right. I have been, you know, trying too much to get these nice curves, to draw the muscles. And sometimes when I look at my drawings, when I go back and look at my drawings, I'm like, you know, this doesn't look particularly right. It doesn't even make a lot of sense. I could be using a lot less effort on those specific, you know, body parts or those specific drawings, and I could, you know, make use of that a lot differently. But short and simple, take advantage of straight lines. They're something that can actually, you know, enhance the way your figure looks. And I think this one right here specifically on this on these drawings really shows off that how do you say it, that dramaticization of what the body is doing without having, you know, any extra effort. So it's just a straight line, slightly curved, boom, you can clearly tell, you know, what's happening. They're moving in one direction. It really gets the flow of where the body's moving. It's something to keep in mind when you're doing your gesture drawings. If you're only, you know, if you're stuck drawing boxes, make sure those boxes are, you know, that every curve and every straight line is made with a purpose. That way you can really show off how the form of the body works. And that specific video, I will be having in the link in the description below. Actually, for both of those videos are going to be in the link in the description below. That way, if you want to take a look at it, see what I'm using as reference, you can do so as well. Another thing I noticed is I'm inconsistently consistent with the way I practice. I know maybe last video I did say I wanted to do more perspective practice with boxes, and I really I didn't do that at all. If you saw everything I did, I went back to gesture drawing. I started messing around with how I did my gesture drawings, and and yeah, so none of that actually has anything to do with the perspective practice. In some cases this does. We have the front piece of the chest, and then you can see the legs in the background, but that's not although that's practice, it's not the type of practice I was trying to go for. Overall, I should if I say I'm gonna do something, I should keep on doing it, rather than say I'm gonna do it, then start moving on to something else that has nothing to do with what I previously said. So I'm gonna get back on that, drawing more squares and stuff. But before I do that, I've already started practicing how to take advantage of straight lines and structure of the body. So I'll be consistent with this before moving back to that. That way I'm not jumping back and forth. I've already started this whole new process. I may as well continue it before I move back to the other one. And if you don't know, perspective practice, super useful. You will need it all the time. Perspective is everywhere. You're gonna want to have that skill in your repertoire when you are drawing, because you can make beautiful dynamic poses, which is what I want to do. I want to make beautiful dynamic poses. I want the arm to be stretching out. I want it to be going to the camera. I want the person to be I don't know, a down top view, bottom view, side views, all different directions. That's really where I want to go. Again, for me personally, I'm still heavily invested in characters, but perspective will work for even backgrounds and anything like that. Honestly, perspective works on everything. So if you practice that one skill, you'll basically be set for everything else as well. And yeah, with that being said, that's where I am right now. That's pretty much all I've done. That's all the practice that I've had. That's some of the things that have changed in regards to how I practice, using those specific 2 videos from Love Life and Ethan Becker, or is it Baker? Becker. There we go. Ethan Becker and Love Life Drawing. Those 2 specific videos really, hammered down how I should be focusing on gesture drawing and ways that I should, play around with the body and stuff like that. As far as that, all I can say is I am, focusing. I'm going to start focusing more on the structure rather than the gesture. So a lot of my figures are gonna, be looking a little different. Might look a little cooler. And yeah, I hope you all are having fun with Inktober. I am so glad that I finally get to participate in Inktober. Whether it's consistently, inconsistent, I'm just happy that I'm even there to draw my practices. I've always looked at Inktober and I was always like, damn man, I really want to draw and show off people, what I can do. And I'm happy to be in that position now that I've, been taking the steps to practice over and over. Well, the steps to practice and show off my mistakes and how everybody else can improve. Hopefully, you out there who are watching this video, in the future or in the past, I do hope that drawing is a skill that takes a long time to really learn. This is just a year practice. Well, almost a year practice. I'm still not that good. There's still a lot. Oh my goodness, there's so much I have to learn. I still haven't even done enough anatomy practice. That's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be a damn doctor. Well, not really. I'm not gonna actually be a doctor. I'm just saying that because anatomy. It's how the body works. God, whatever. All I'm saying is, when I learn all the body pieces, it'll come in handy when, I don't know, messing around, speaking dumb, drawing specifically drawing. But with that being said, I do hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for coming back on the channel and checking me out. I do hope that whatever you're doing in your life, that you'll get through it. If you're practicing something, if you're struggling with that practice, know that practice takes time. There's nothing really you can do about that. It's gonna take a long time, a lot of practice. With that being said, thank you all so much for coming to the channel. I am glad that you are here. Watching my silly videos of me practicing, screwing up, learning all these baby steps, little baby boy. And once again, I thank everybody, for coming onto my channel and checking me out. I am happy that you might enjoy my content. Maybe you stumble upon it and you're like, oh wow, this guy knows what he's doing. No, I don't. Maybe you're looking at like a 4 or 5 year me in the future. Yeah, I do. Shoot, you better believe I do. I mean, all this practice I'm doing, you think I'm doing it for nothing? I'm doing it for the future me. The future me is gonna be a badass. That's how you should always look at it. The practice you do now is always gonna shape the future you in the past, and you're always gonna thank your past you. You're gonna be like, thanks past me, you did awesome. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, future me, you are awesome. You know what, yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. You know what, future me, you're freaking amazing. I love you. You're like the coolest person ever, and yeah, no one else can say it differently. And I'm gonna be like, yeah. What do you think? Who do you think I am? I'm like, you, and you're gonna be like, you. Sorry about that. Just messing around here. Before I end the video. And for those of you who have made it to the video, my name is Alex. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. If you do enjoy my content, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That really helps a lot. If anybody else is struggling with their practices or just wants to see a complete noob screw up drawings in general, go ahead and share them. Share my videos with them. Tell them I'm amazing, but I'm also a noob, complete noob. Not even a year of practice, trying to make content on this platform. But again, with all in all that said, I do hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for checking out my channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.